It's the boss. You ready, aren't you, Jared?
Should be good.
It's 6:33 and we'll call the Board of Public Works and Utilities Committee meeting to order. And I want to roll
Got your-
call.
Got your microphone on? Is your microphone on?
Yeah.
Okay. Making sure.
We'll do a roll call. I'm sitting in this tonight for Steve Knott, who is normally here, and Mayor Kim is here, and Kevin and Jared from the Public Works Department, and City Administrator Eric Reinflesh, and Alderman Wolf and Alderman Stevens. Good evening. And
We also have Sabrina Stager on the Zoom, and also Alder Tom Smith and Fire Chief Troy Goody.
thank you very much. Item 2, consideration and action on minutes in previous meeting.
I move we approve.
I'll second that. Motion by Kim, second by Jim to approve the minutes from the previous meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Opposed? Motion carries. Item 3, public input limited to 3 minutes per individual. Anybody wishing to the council to talk with the Board of Public Works, please step forward and please state your name and address, please.
Good evening. My name is Chad Hill. My address is 1347 4th Avenue North in Alaska. And I'm number 4 on your agenda. Specifically, my sidewalks are on your agenda. So my wife and I have been Onalaska residents for 17 years. We've raised my 2 children in Onalaska schools. Household has 2 dogs as well, so we're visitors here to City Hall for dog fees, yard waste permits, burn permits, and of course, property taxes. In addition to that, I have been a park and rec coach on multiple teams, and estimate I've probably donated a couple hundred hours of my time as a volunteer for the city. My point in giving you this background is that my request is not actually to have my fee removed, but to have it be fair. I'm a man of principle and I strive to fulfill all of my obligations, which is why I was stunned when I initially received this fine. In multiple rounds of communication with Mr. Holter, I've understood the details of this rule and how it is enforced by the city today. I'd like to bring several items to your attention that I believe result in unintended consequences that this board may not have anticipated. First, in the spirit of good faith, why would city employees doing the initial inspection for snow removal on sidewalks not ring the doorbell while hanging the door hanger? It's not only a gesture of goodwill, but in our case, would have prevented all of this from happening, as both my wife and my daughter were home that morning of the 25th of January. Second, the way the fee is computed is based on the length of sidewalk, which implies that the fee is supposed to correlate with the amount of work to clear the sidewalk. As Mr. Holter explained to me, this computation was designed to be punitive, not commensurate with labor time. So if I lived in the house next door to mine, or really any other house on my block, which has 80 feet of sidewalk, my fee would be $210 versus the $518 that I've been invoiced. I can't imagine the clearing the city crew did on January 29th amounted to more than an hour total, so still easily covered by a $210 fee and still very much punitive, in my opinion. Has the board considered applying a flat fee to all single-family R1 zoned properties instead of the current measure? Since the intent is punitive, did the board consider having a first-time offender fee that is more moderate In my situation, it was explained to me that there's no consideration given to the facts regarding a specific situation or the family that lives there. But rather, this is a one-size-fits-all approach with no latitude given to the city's department director to apply judgment. These items don't pass my common sense test. I respectfully request you take these things into consideration, not only for my situation, but for future residents being impacted by this issue. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I talked to Mr. Holder today and Mr. Schubert about this, about your problem. I called you the other night and you had just left your office. And I tried to call you at home and the number that I had did not work. So thank you for your comments this evening. Because the chairman is gone and I'm filling in on his place.
Jim, this is just public input.
Yeah.
This is public input.
Yeah.
That would be more appropriate when we were on number 4. It's not, usually we don't have dialogue during the public input
Okay.
session. Generally just the
Sorry.
people talk and then when we get to it, we talk about it.
Okay.
That's how we normally do it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Chad, very much. Is it all right for me to talk now?
Generally, we ask if anyone else has public input. Right, in case there's other people that have public input.
Anyone else have any public input? Okay,
I do not see anyone with their hand raised in the Zoom meeting.
Kevin, you have? I'm sorry. No. Okay, thank you. Okay, so now we're. Since the appropriate-
Now you say consideration and possible action on the following. Just go down the.
Now for consideration, possible action on the following items. Change order number 1, 20,
Item 4,
excuse me, sidewalk snow removal charges for 1347 Fourth Avenue North. I've asked gentlemen today we had a conversation about that. And I'm going to ask that this be referred to the common council meeting. And you're welcome to attend if you'd like, because I'd like to have the rest of the council deal with this issue too, while the chair of the committee usually is in to Chad. So if you'd like to attend, that's next week, correct? Tuesday of next week at 7. So if you'd like to come, you're most welcome. Thank you, Chad.
May I ask a question?
There's a,
that's the chair's prerogative. You can allow a question.
sure.
Will this board be making a recommendation to that council?
What?
Will this board be making a recommendation to the council?
Yeah, everybody that's responsible for this, the entire common council will be there at that time. So everyone that has a vote will be there to listen to your story. If you'd like to reiterate that, then you may.
I would suggest we have, if we want to have any discussion, I can just point a couple things out and then we should make a motion to probably refer it to council if that's what our just direction is. So
So could you say that again, please?
my recommendation would be to have discussion on the committee. And then if we wish to have a motion to refer it to council and we can refer it to council, but we should have some discussion on committee members first.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I think that what the resident is asking is, and what our normal practice is, that this body would make a recommendation to the council. That is our normal procedure, yes.
So I will make a recommendation that we pass this issue next week to the common council meeting and let everyone discuss this.
I'll second that motion.
That's a motion. That's. Have a second.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Motion by Jim, second by Jared to pass this next week to the common council meeting for the council referral on this issue. All in favor?
Let's
Any
have
discussion?
Yeah, I think we should have discussion.
Go ahead, Sabrina.
A couple of the points that were pointed out in regards to having like a pass for the first time offense. That would be really hard to track in my department. I'm the finance director. That would be pretty difficult to track. And is it a one-time offense every year, or how would we track that? In regards to the other options that were presented, I'll let Jared talk about those. But I will say that the bypass of the first time offense would be very difficult to track.
Could someone explain to me? It's very difficult for me to hear what Amanda was saying.
It was Sabrina, and she was saying that trying to keep track of that, of who, every time they bill someone, and then if they had ever been billed before, that would be a lot of bureaucracy to try to keep track of that, was what she was saying.
I'm sorry, Sabrina. It was hard for me to understand you. That's more my fault than yours.
It's always hard to hear in here. It's not your fault.
Thank you. So we need, yes.
Just for a little background here, staff did follow what our normal procedures were and what we've carried out for the last 2 winter seasons of applying the door hanger on the door. We did go out on, the snow event was on Sunday, January 23rd. We did go out on Tuesday, January 25th. Took pictures, documented the snow on the sidewalk, left the door hanger at the residence. As the resident did point out, we did not ring the doorbell. It has not been our standard procedure to knock on the door or ring the doorbell. So we definitely would acknowledge we did not do that. And then we would usually go out the next day, which would have been January 26th, a Wednesday, and remove snow at the various sites. But due to the unusually cold wind chills in that 2-day stretch, we had requests to not remove snow from some of the people that did receive a door hanger. So we did not actually go out until Friday of that week to remove snow on January 28th. So that's the just history of events there with this site. Also with the length of sidewalk, I do understand, this individual does have a corner lot, so they had 234 feet. So they have a large amount of sidewalk. So the way the fee was structured was for a flat fee plus a per foot fee. In that, the city at the time the fee was brought forward did not want to be shoveling sidewalks for people. So the fee was set at a point that it would not be conducive to have the city shoveling sidewalks on a regular basis. With that, those are, length of sidewalk, how we notify residents. Those are all things that could be a policy decision that we could add to or delete. The ordinance does state that the sidewalk should have the snow removed within 24 hours. We do wait the 24 hours, give the door hanger, which gives another 24 hours. So typically it's 48 plus hours until we actually go out and remove snow. So I think those are kind of the pertinent points as far as what was brought up this evening.
Yes, Mayor.
Thank you. And I did have, obviously every year we do end up shoveling some people's sidewalks, whether we want to or not, and no matter how much it costs. And oftentimes I do get calls, people complaining. Mr. Hill did not call me, although on the same snow event, another person did. But I'm thinking back over all the years, and people do sometimes appeal their fee to us. And I can only think of one other time when we reduced the fee, and it was in a situation, correct me if I'm wrong, Jared, but the person was hospitalized. And then we reduced the fee, but all the other ones, I can't remember any time we've ever reduced a fee. And I actually can't remember any time where this many days have lapsed between the fall. I mean, regardless if the door hanger was posted or not, the residents still had many days to get this shoveled.
Yes, I mean, there was 5 days after, well, 4 days after the snow, after they're supposed to have had it.
I mean, at that point, it should have been shoveled regardless if there was a door hanger or not.
Correct.
Sir.
Alder Tom Smith has his hand up. Would you acknowledge him to speak?
Yes, absolutely.
Alder Smith, if you'd like to speak.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. Yes, as part of District 1, I did talk to Mr. Hill on Friday and got his perspective of things, and I'm supportive of the punitive approach to what we've been doing. But I think Mr. Hill does bring some good perspectives, and I think it is an opportunity for us to kind of look and get some feedback. This isn't the first time we've had some noise regarding this. What's the right way to do the fee and the punitive part. I get the punitive part. I think it's important that we don't want to be a snow remover for our citizens. But I think there are some things here as a common courtesy just to our citizens, especially someone with Mr. Hill, who's been a very active citizen, very involved in things. And I just think that it's time, because since I've been on this committee or on this council now for almost 4 years, we tend to get some of these every year. And I think we need to be a little bit more flexible. I don't know the answer, but I think it's definitely worth reconsidering. So I agree with you, Jim. I think it should be something that should be brought to the bigger council for further discussion. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom, very much. Appreciate that. Any other comments on this issue from anybody? Okay, so we have a motion to move this to council, a second from Jared. And so that's we're all set then. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, Chad, for coming.
Got to take a vote on it. Vote on it yet. Vote on the motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
So Jared, you have what, 3? You vote him? Or con?
Everyone voted in favor. It was unanimous.
Christina, did you vote no?
Sabrina, she voted aye.
Okay,
Voted, yep. All in favor.
we have 4. Thank you. Okay, 4. Item 5 is change order number 1 for 2021 utility project. Jared?
Thank you. In your packet tonight, I have included the proposed change order number 1 for the 2021 utility project. If you refer to page 13 of your handout tonight, you can refer to that proposed change order. This change order has a couple of very large items in it. I would start out with item A. The railroad did require, after we had bid the project, to change the coating on the casing pipe. That was item A for $3,730. We had to do that to meet railroad standards. Item B is for $17,630. That is for 6 days of flagger and monitoring for the railroad. Once again, this was required. We did know this going into the project. And Kevin had actually, our assistant city engineer, had actually added bid language that was in your packet tonight, stating that we would change order in these costs after the bid. Item C was for $2,545 for storm sewer installation, removal and reinstallation. This was done to ensure safety when we were actually putting in the water main. Item D was repair of a water service for $2,248. This was actually a half a block away from the utility project, but since the contractor was already there, we did have them go repair that water leak. And it was not bid as part of the project. Then item E was to abandon 2 water services that were already in, but after the project came about, some new development occurred in this area and we abandoned 2 water services. So that was $1,800. This is a total increase of $27,953.60. This will be covered under the project budget that was included within the 2021 capital improvements budget. We do have funds to cover these change order costs.
Thank you, Jared. So this is, total is 27,953.50,
60 cents, 60 cents.
60?
Yep.
Okay. Make a motion that we approve the change order for change order number 1 for the 2021 utility project for a total of 27,953.50, and that's a form of a motion.
I'll
Second,
second.
Motion by Jim, second by Sabrina. Yes.
under discussion. Under discussion, the amount was $27,953.60.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, that's the 60 cents is the correct amount. Thank you. Okay, so we'll go back to the motion again. Motion for change order number 1, 2021 utility project amounting to 27,953.60. That's in the form of a motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay. Thank you. Item 7, professional engineering services for miscellaneous engineering services.
6.
It's number 6.
Oh, shoot. Number 6, sorry, updated right-of-way plat and relocation order for East Avenue South Roundabout project.
Thank you. In your packet tonight, there is an updated right-of-way plat and relocation order. This right-of-way plat is very similar to the original right-of-way plat that was approved 3 months ago. There was found to be a 1-foot discrepancy between survey data and the design and plat data. So the right-of-way plat shifted 1 foot. This did not increase any of the amounts of right-of-way needed in a large amount. They're still very small. In fact, the right-of-way needed from these parcels is 4 square feet, 17 square feet, 56 square feet, and 48 square feet. Very small amounts. So there's really no change, but we did need to get approval again of the updated plat and relocation order.
Okay,
I'd make a motion that we approve the revised East Avenue mini roundabout project right-of-way plat and relocation order.
Second,
motion by Jared, second by Mayor Kim to approve agenda item number 6, the change order for East Avenue mini roundabout. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed?
Oh.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Just for an update, Steve, are you on the line now?
I thought I heard something.
We're waiting for somebody.
No, waiting for you.
Item 7, professional engineering services for miscellaneous engineering projects.
In your packet tonight, I have included a proposal from Strand Associates for miscellaneous engineering services for the year of 2022. This is a yearly task that we do bring forward for the board. Strand has assisted previously on such items as generator issues, SCADA repairs, electrical component replacement, traffic engineering, and stormwater management. This work would be funded on an as-needed basis from the operating accounts for the department or project fund that the work would be done. Staff is recommending to approve Strand Associates not to exceed $15,000 in general engineering services.
Okay,
I'll make that in form of a motion.
I'll second.
Jared, did you make a motion on?
I made the motion, Sabrina seconded. Yep.
On order number 7, we have a motion by Jared and a second by Sabrina to approve item number 7 for a total not around for $15,000.
15, yep.
That's
Discussion?
all in favor? Yes, sir.
Just to say that once again, I just want to confirm that's 15,000 not to exceed, and that we do a variety of projects with this. This is very beneficial to be able to get assistance on specialized work when it is needed.
Thank you, sir. All in favor? Aye.
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 Opposed? Do we have 3 yeas and 1 no?
No, she was just slow. She was late for,
She voted yes. It just is a delay with
I'm sorry.
her response.
So we have all in favor? Aye. No vote, no opposition. Motion passes. Thank you. Item 8, professional engineering services for 2023 supervisory control and data acquisition water utility projects.
in your packet tonight, I have included a proposed task order from Strand Associates on page 29 and 30. This outlines 10 different items that are various, what I would consider smaller projects that we're moving into a larger project to get all of the design work done at one time. With this, we did budget in the 2022 capital improvements budget, general operating budget, and the equipment budget for these items. And we had approximately $100,000 worth of items to actually budgeted and to be worked on. Since we did the budget back in last June, the subtotal of the items to be replaced as part of this project has actually increased to about 113,000 is the latest engineer's estimate. With that, with the engineering that is in our packet tonight, which is what we're actually requesting approval of, they are also adding a 15% contingency for supply chain issues. As you know, with current global supply chain issues, we're seeing products go up anywhere from 15 to 30% over the last 6 months. Don't see any end in sight. So these are things that are just happening. So once we bring this back for approval, once we get the actual prices, we'll discuss that a little further, but I just wanted to alert you of that. As part of the request tonight for the engineering services, we do use Strand for our SCADA services. They electrical components of our water system. That does come with the fact that they've been doing all of this work. So that is the reason we brought this forward from Strand tonight. This work is typically the engineering amount is not this high of a percentage of the construction costs. But this is an interesting work because we not only need the engineering electrical side of it and the design work done, but we need to have DNR approval for these projects because they're within a well booster station within our city water system. So just as a breakdown today, about 43% of it is actually for the DNR approvals. 8% is to update the SCADA graphics. That is our logic. That's our screen that actually the staff uses to control our water system. And then just under 50% of it is the actual design work. So I just really want to go through that for the board to understand that there's a lot more going on in this project because there's a lot of small components and there's a lot of different things that are happening. With this, we actually, to fund this portion of the engineering work for this project, we're proposing to use $15,000 out of the water utility contractual account. We're actually not putting in some fluoride scales because we were able to use our existing scales. We had budgeted $12,000 for that. And we're actually saving $14,000 on the flushing station that we had budgeted for Crestwood Lane. So with that, those three areas, we will have the funds to fund this engineering work, send out the RFPs once we get to that point, and then bring back the actual approval for these projects once we get them bid out and get costs for them. So if I haven't walked in a circle that is confusing, please ask questions and I can try and consolidate that into a better.
So I noticed that it says that it was supposed to commence on March 14th. So has that date been delayed?
No, it's March 4th. That'd be after the council meeting,
Okay,
March 14th of this year. The scope of services is a year long. They don't envision it taking a year, but that they give that, we just wanted to have extra time in case things are slow to come back. The DNR approvals, it will take probably 6 weeks to 2 months, probably, to get the DNR approvals alone. So we'll have to have the engineering work done over the next couple, 3 months. Then submit to the DNR. It'll take another 2 or 3 months. Then in that time, once we get the DNR approvals, make sure we've got the proper items and processes bid out. We can give it it'll take a month to get the prices back. So it's going to be a 7 or 8 month process. You're probably not going to see these back coming through the board and the council until late fall.
okay. And then you had listed off the funding sources. Do you have a not to exceed amount for this portion? Is it
This,
41,000?
the engineering work is going to be not to exceed $41,000 as outlined in the task order that is in your packet tonight.
Okay, I wasn't sure when you started talking about the escalating costs and whatnot, if.
Not on the
that
engineering
cost-
side. I just wanted to alert the board that we are seeing escalating costs on the construction side.
Okay,
But the engineering side, we have a firm number that's in your packet tonight.
okay, thank you. Did someone make a motion?
We do not have a motion yet.
I'll move that we approve the professional engineering services for the 2023 supervisory control and data acquisition water utility projects. This is task order 22-02, and the amount for the engineering services is not to exceed $41,000. And the funding sources were outlined in the discussion.
Second.
I'll second.
It's okay, Christina. You take the second.
Okay. Can I ask a question?
Sure, absolutely.
Jared, you said that 41,000 based on the accounts that you talked about, we technically do have it budgeted just in other areas, correct?
Correct. It's budgeted we're using the funds from savings on other water projects that were budgeted for the 2022 year.
Thank you.
So motion by Mayor Smith and second by Sabrina to approve the professional engineering services for 2023 supervisory control and data acquisition water utility projects for an estimated $41,000. That's a formal motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Item 9, 2022 pavement maintenance, A, purchase of fiber patching material, B, chip seal, and C, long line stripping.
I'll start with item A, purchase of fiber patching material. We do use Craftco fiber patch material. This is only carried by one firm in the state. Craftco has a territory area system. So we did get a price from Sherwin Industries of $26,550. That is for a complete semi-load of crack filling material, which is about what we put down every year. That price of $26,550 is up about $2,000 from last year, but it is within the realm of what we've seen in the price increases due to inflation and what we've been seeing. So it's very close, I feel, to what we've had previous years, and we've done this many years in the past. So staff's recommending approval of Sherwin Industries for the purchase of fiber patching material. This would be taken out of the 2020 capital improvements budget for pavement maintenance. I'll make that in the form of a motion.
What was your total on that?
$26,550.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Motion by Jared, second by Sabrina to approve the chip seal program for this year for a total of $26,550. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Item B, I'm going to go on to the chip seal program now versus the fiber patch. The chip sealing for the year, we do, as we've had for probably the last 20 years, we've had La Crosse County Highway Department do our chip sealing. We have been, had good luck with them as far as their workmanship and the safety practices and everything that we've had over the years. We are using the estimated cost of $1.50 per square yard, which is the same estimated cost as last year, but they actually came in quite a bit lower. I have, depending on how their bids come in for the emulsion and things, I'm guessing we're gonna be closer to that actual estimate number this year. We do have a estimated project cost of $272,497. One thing I would point out, as I stated in my memo, the proposed amount of chip seal has increased this year and will continue to increase for the next few years as more streets have been repaved in the last 4 to 8 years. As you know, we've been pretty aggressive in our street paving projects over the last 5 to 10 years. And that leads us into being at the point where we've got more streets that are coming due to be chip sealed. This is a very important facet of our pavement maintenance program, and we feel this is a very timely addition to be done. It does extend the life of our pavements and keeps our streets in the condition that you see today. So staff is looking for a motion to move ahead with the chip seal program with the Cross County Highway Department for the $272,497.
Make a motion for the chip sealing program for this year for a total of $272,497. And that's the form of a motion. All
I'll
in favor?
second.
Okay, motion by Jim, second by Sabrina to approve. All in favor?
I,
Aye.
Thank you.
Item C is long line painting. I have distributed a memo tonight. We have received both prices from our two vendors. The two vendors are Farner Asphalt Sealers and Sir Lines-A-Lot. Both of these vendors have worked in the city previously. The lower of the two bids was Farner Asphalt Sealers at 8.6 cents per lineal foot for a proposed cost of $15,480. And that would be funded from the street department contractual budget and the 2022 pavement maintenance in the capital improvements. With that, I would make a motion. We hire Farner Asphalt Sealers for a 2022 center line painting at amount of $15,480.
Second. Motion by Jared, second by Jim to approve the center line painting project for a total of, did you say that again?
$15,480.
Thank you, sir. All in favor? Aye.
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 Motion carries. Thank you. Item 10, East Avenue Mini Roundabout Project, nominal payment parcel report, sales study, and payments to parcels for right-of-way acquisition.
In your packet tonight, I have included the nominal payment parcel report and the sales study. Staff is requesting the approval of the sales study, which sets the costs for the right-of-way to be acquired on a square foot basis. These costs do appear to be in line with what the vacant land prices would be within our city. Using that sales study, there are 4 parcels that we are acquiring right-of-way or easements from. And those 4 parcels have a total cost of right-of-way acquisition of $9,650. This cost was included and approved in the 2022 capital improvements budget. The total cost for the 4 parcels is $9,650. As outlined in your nominal payment parcel report included in your packet tonight.
Then the form of motion.
I'd make a motion to approve the payments on the nominal payment parcel report for $9,650 as outlined in the packet.
I'll second that. Motion by Jared, second by Jim to approve the East Avenue South Roundabout project for right of way for $9,600. I didn't get that less.
$9,650 even.
Thank you, sir. Yes,
And then Sabrina, did you have something to say?
I was just gonna vote, sorry.
Okay. I'm just gonna state, we are very fortunate. I think SCH did a good job of keeping the footprint of the proposed roundabout at a small scale. So we were able to fit it into the intersection without needing large amounts of right of way. So that was it worked out well. We were, staff was worried that we were gonna end up with more right of way. So
thank you. So all in favor of agenda item 10? Aye.
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 So we have 4. Motion passes. Thank you. Item 13, pay estimates for Strand.
11.
Go ahead, I'm sorry. I forget something.
Number 11.
He doesn't have the amended agenda.
Don't have the amended agenda, maybe.
Compliance of easement to TDS Metrocom LLC at 701 Riders Club Road and 621 Rolling Oaks Avenue.
In the amended packet, we did have a map of the proposed route for TDS Telecom for their main branch fiber route. And then they'll be branching off of this to serve all of this residents within the city of Onalaska with fiber to home. We did go through with them and locate 4 parcels of city-owned land that they're acquiring an easement for the installation of a small utility structure, cabinet structure. I have distributed a picture tonight that shows what the cabinet structure does look like. It's about 5 foot tall, about 5 foot wide. Just to give you a scale there of what the scale of the size of it is. The park board did approve the 2 park locations at last night's park board meeting that I attended. We're requesting tonight, there is 1 location on Riders Club Road at the stormwater pond, just on the west side of US 53, and another location on Rolling Oaks Drive at the stormwater pond that is at 621 Rolling Oaks Drive. With that, TDS has offered $5,000 apiece in compensation for each site. With that, when we were working with them, we looked at if these would ensure we could still use our stormwater facilities to the fullest extent that would be needed, including maintenance activities, and staff looked at these sites, and with the size of the box, we really feel we still got full use of both of those sites and feel this could be installed in these locations and would not hinder any activities needed on the sites. So staff is looking for a recommendation to move forward with the 2 easements requested on the agenda tonight.
Make a motion, move forward. on that issue.
Second.
A second.
Motion by Jim, second by Sabrina to move forward on that, on the conveyance project easement. TDS Metrocom. All in favor? Aye.
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 Motion carries. Thank you. Item 12, pay estimates for Strand Associates Incorporated, Short Elliott Hendrickson, 5 Star Telecom, McCabe Construction, Livermore Technologies LLC, and any other contractor developer. Jared?
I move that we approve the monthly pay estimates 1 through 6 as described on the March 1st handout.
Second. Motion by Kim, second by Jim to approve the pay estimates for Strand, Short Elliott Hendrickson, 5 Star Telecom, McCabe Construction, Livermore Technologies LLC, and any other contractor developer. Motion by Kim, second by Jim. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. Utilities. Number 12, no report. 13, motion to adjourn.
And so move.
Second,
Second.
we're adjourned at 7:18 p.m. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you. We're adjourned. Thank you all for your help.